Hey guys, so I just saw a screener for Sound of Freedom. So as of right now, it's only out in theatres in America. I don't think it's out anywhere here in Australia. And all the streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon, none of them wanted to stream it. I'm not going to say it's because of the subject matter. I don't know if that's true or not. Though if it is, the fact that Netflix decided to play cuties and not this says a lot about what they stand for. But like I said, I'm not going to claim that they didn't want to put this on their platform because of the subject matter. Maybe that's true, maybe it's not. All I know is that right now, this movie is getting so much popularity, so much money at the box office. It's made back its $14 million budget and then some. And this movie definitely doesn't feel like a $14 million movie. It feels a lot more expensive. And it goes to show you don't need to have a lot of money to make a good movie. And we'll go into that a little bit more later, but the point is this movie is doing so well that I really would be surprised if a streaming service didn't eventually pick it up. So when it comes to streaming services, I highly encourage everybody to see this because, yes, it is a very hard movie to watch. It's hard to get through, but some people have to live it. So if you can give 2 hours of your time, it seems like the bare minimum of what we can do. So this movie is about one man and his fight against child sex trafficking. So definitely not a light-hearted movie. And it's based on a true story. This is a real thing that happens all around the world. It happens in countries like America and Australia. It happens everywhere. So I think it's really important that this movie is bringing awareness to it. There's been a lot of other movies, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but movies that do feature trafficking, like Taken, everybody knows Taken, Rambo Last Blood, both of which I thought was so good. But this movie is different. It's not an action movie. It's not going to be one of those really adrenaline-filled movies with lots of fight scenes. It's not about that. It's more grounded in reality, which is part of what makes it so hard to watch. And the lady that was in this movie, I think her name's Mia Silvano, something like that. She was in another movie about trafficking called Trade of Innocence. So it's also got that guy from Once Upon a Time that plays Rumpelstiltskin. So it's a really good movie if you want to watch more stuff about this subject matter. I highly recommend that. That feels more like this. It's very grounded in reality. And anyway, so this is also a movie that a lot of people are saying it's a Christian movie and that is causing a lot of division. And I myself am a Christian, but I would not say that this is a Christian movie. It is not about that. And this shouldn't be about politics or religion. The focus should be on the message, the children. You would think that if anything can bring people together, it's agreeing that slavery is bad, but apparently we can't even agree on that. So is humanity just doomed at this point? And this movie actually beat Indiana Jones at the box office, which is sort of like a David and Goliath situation when it comes to movies. A small movie from an independent studio with basically no marketing, a small budget, and it beat this huge blockbuster. Even though it played on less screens, it is just, it's a miracle. And it just goes to show people care about movies that touch them, that speak to them, that move them. And these days, a lot of movies just feel very empty, very mass-produced to appeal to the widest audience possible. And that is definitely not this movie. So the star, Jim Caviezel, however you say his last name, did a really good job. He had a really tough job to portray this role, and he seemed to portray it in a way where he was very stoic, but you could see in his eyes. Like, he portrayed so much with just a look, and he did a really good job. So there's some real footage of trafficking sort of situations of kids getting abducted, which is really hard to watch, but like I said, I think it's important to see this. And it looks a lot more expensive than its $15 million budget. It looks like it had a lot more money behind it. They really used the budget well. And the way that they handled it is really good because it never gets too graphic. You don't actually see anything, it's all implied, and that doesn't make it easier to watch, but still, it's not gratuitous in any way. So I will say one bad thing about it. It does feel like it drags a little bit in the second act. I think they could have shaved roughly 15 minutes off the runtime. The score was good. It really added to the feelings and emotions that were happening. So if you're going to see this, stay to the end because there is a post-credit scene. So I don't really want to rate this movie because I feel like it's not a typical movie review. It's not really about that. But yeah, look, when it comes to all the stuff I would normally talk about, this is still a good movie in terms of it just being a movie. The acting was good. It's a beautiful looking movie. It was shot well. The script is good, but still, it feels so much like something that you just watch one time. It's not a second viewing type of movie. It's too hard to watch it more than one time, to be honest, but still, I think everybody should see it at least once. So please leave your thoughts down below if you've seen it. What did you think of it? And if you can recommend any other good movies about this subject matter, let me know down below. Please feel free to subscribe if you want to see more from me, or even just give this video a like. It really helps me out. Thank you.